These opportunities have taken me across diverse geographies and through a progression of roles starting from ground level to the leadership. I was responsible for driving deposit growth, customer acquisition, customer retention strategy when we faced challenge in terms of inconsistent service standards across all branches.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast series by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm Sunny Pancholi, and today we have the privilege of hosting a remarkable leader in the banking sector. With over 2 decades of extensive experience in retail banking sales, operations, and customer service, Ms. Tapasya has consistently driven excellence and transformation across multiple esteemed institutions. Her leadership at CSB Bank has not only reinforced its commitment to customer service, but has also positioned the customer service as a strong pillar in CSB Bank. Thank you for joining us today, Ms. Tapasya, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you so much, Sunny, for this opportunity.
So as I explored your impressive career journey, it struck to me how your unique blend of expertise and vision has shaped the banking sector.
So, Sunny, thank you once again. I have been into retail banking for 23 years, close to 23 years now. From campus placement at ICICI Bank, I have served institutions like HDFC, IDBI, Yes Bank, and now CSB Bank. These opportunities have taken me across diverse geographies and through a progression of roles starting from ground level to the leadership. Having started from foundational roles has given me a strong operational understanding and gives me direct customer insights, which shaped my leadership approach. And working in different geographies like NCR, Punjab, Haryana, Karnataka, and now Mumbai has exposed me to unique market dynamics, and it has helped me adapt faster to drive growth in various environments. So I believe I carry a holistic view of retail banking. And I have also served Jana, and I think my experience with Jana, which was a small finance bank, was unique and valuable. And working there has deepened my understanding of grassroots level financial needs. It is a space where your ability to balance growth with social impact enhances, which I believe is essential in today's financial landscape. So this definitely adds a value, unique value to my approach in the broader banking landscape.
So reflecting on your journey, can you share a pivotal moment or experience that not only shaped your career path, but also inspired you to embrace the challenges and opportunities in the banking sector?
Yeah, sure. And that's a very interesting one. There have been many, but I feel a pivotal experience which really shaped my career path was transition from a regional leadership role to a national leadership role. When I was at a regional role, I was deeply embedded within a specific region to understand the unique needs, challenges, and customer behavior within that local context. However, as I said, moving to Jana at a national role, it expanded my perspective significantly. So Ajay Kanwal, who was MD CEO, he had planned to expand retail liabilities across the bank, and I stepped into the role of retail liabilities head. It was a career-defining experience, and it certainly strengthened my leadership approach. I was responsible for driving deposit growth, customer acquisition, customer retention strategy, while also ensuring that we are compliant to all regulatory requirements. And um, one particular incident I have to share is when there was an opportunity where we were challenged to significantly grow our deposits, and the market was very competitive. So I had to balance the ambitious targets with the focus on building long-term customer growth as well. And at that time, I remember traveling to minimum, 3, 4 cities every month to understand the branch level dynamics. I used to interact with teams, customers to know the ground realities, after which we had refined our product offerings. We worked very closely with regional and branch teams to understand and evaluate the customer need, and we did drive very targeted campaigns. So the driving of this distribution business and cross sell required significant effort, which further led us to improve bank-wide in sales and service. So I would say that this experience has taught me to weigh growth and risk carefully, to develop a strategy which balances growth, and not just that, collaborating between various departments and stakeholder management, setting up a strategic mindset. It was actually a foundation for my growth into broader leadership roles.
Thank you for the excellent start to this podcast, Ms. Tapasya Vaid. Continuing our conversation, you have played a pivotal role in various banks by driving customer service standards, robust internal controls, operational excellence, and branch profitability. So, can you share a moment when your strategic transformation efforts, such as restructuring or process improvement, made a significant impact on the bank's overall performance? And what do you believe is the key to maintaining such high standards across multiple branches and business units?
Yeah. So, Sunny, in my current role, I'm with CSB Bank, and I take pride in being a part of dynamic team of Mr. Pralay Mandal, who's industry-wide known as a leader who has established various businesses from scratch in the banking industry. And I'm heading a customer service here. And as we know, we are a legacy bank. We have more than 100 years of existence in the industry. So there have been several defining experiences. One of them was when we faced challenge in terms of inconsistent service standards across all branches. And it definitely impacted customer satisfaction. So we did standardize our processes across branches. We have established clear guidelines for service delivery. We have implemented a centralized customer service framework and a branch health scorecard, which helps the branches and the bank teams to quickly access the resources. And it also allows the bank leadership across various functions to review the health of the branches. We also did introduce a customer level feedback loop, which enables us to have a real time insight to service quality, customer onboarding, and the customer experience which he is having with the bank. So, this feedback loop helps us to make swift adjustments wherever they are required. So, I believe this is my belief that if we are empowering the bank teams with the right tools and right support, and we combine it with a culture of accountability, a culture of excellence, that is really essential to drive and sustain a high standard of customer service and excellence in the bank.
Absolutely, Mr. Tapasya. As someone who has navigated the complexities of the banking sector for over 2 decades, you have witnessed firsthand the evolution of corporate governance. So, what I would like to ask is, with the increasing emphasis on transparency and accountability in today's financial landscape, as you have mentioned before, how do you envision the future of corporate governance evolving in the banking sector? And what changes do you think will be most impactful for both institutions and customers?
Right. So, having been in banking for so long, I have observed a steady evolution of corporate governance. Uh, there is a lot more focus on regulatory compliance. There are deeper commitments to transparency, accountability. There is more important ethical decision making happening in the organization. So, as the industry, especially banking, as we are moving forward, I envision that the corporate governance will be more integrated with technology, and the decision making will become more data driven. More customer centricity will be there, and also with so much of advancements happening in AI, banks will be supported with the more easy monitoring and assessment of compliance and risk, because it will happen in real time and response time will get better. Additionally, I also foresee a higher emphasis on ESF, which is your environmental, social, and governance principles. So, the demonstration of social responsibility and sustainable practice will certainly increase, and it is increasing already. And this will also be key to maintain a customer loyalty, customer credibility in a long run. Another critical area which I believe will further enhance is the accountability, enhanced accountability, particularly at leadership roles, as the regulator are increasing their focus on individual accountability for decisions. And I believe this trend will continue and it should continue. Similarly, I believe there are more clearer guidelines on the board's responsibility across all banks, and this is going to strengthen the governance standards, and it will promote ethical leadership within the bank.
Tapasya, it's fascinating to hear how you foresee the evolution of corporate governance in the banking sector. And thank you for sharing your insights on this. All right, so this reminds me of a quote by Sheryl Sandberg. In the future, there will be no female leaders, there will be just leaders. So, as a seasoned professional in the banking sector, how do you envision your role evolving in the boardroom? And what impact do you aspire to make in shaping the future of leadership, especially for women in finance?
Yeah. So I actually resonate with these words, and I have seen banking industry shift over these years. And also there are more women taking leadership positions, there are more opportunities. And I think with this, a lot of redefining across what it means to lead is also happening. And in my own journey in banking, I have seen importance of what we say an authentic leadership, or the impact of a good leadership to you as a individual team leader. And I am fortunate to have worked with world class leaders, like I mentioned, and I've seen growing recognition towards diverse perspectives to strengthen the decision making in all organizations. So I believe, if we are in a boardroom, I would envision, if I'm there, so my role will not only focus on strategic decision making and governance, but it will also be to create an environment where different and diverse perspectives are valued. They are leveraged for better decision outcomes. So if you ask me practically, I wish to lead by an example. I wish to demonstrate that success stems from expertise, from your thoroughness, from your integrity. And I also do aim to champion initiatives which promote diversity and inclusivity at all levels. And if you ask me, I think empathetic leadership, collaborative style of leadership is more important as we are, moving on the banking space. So I hope with these views of mine, I can, bring in a culture in banking where indeed there is no female, no male leadership. It is just a leadership.
Absolutely, Mr. Pasya. All right, so this brings us to the last question, and here it is. As someone who has actively engaged with Directors Institute, could you share your experience so far? And what insights or skills have you gained from your involvement that you believe have enhanced your professional journey?
Well, great question. And I think the engagement with the team of Directors Institute and the overall engagement with the Institute, it has definitely enhanced my professional journey. It has given me some broader understanding of the boardroom dynamics. It has also put focus on governance best practices. And I think some strategic insights which I have gained are actually helping me apply in my current leadership roles. So overall, I would say that my experience with Directors Institute had broadened my strategic thinking, governance perspective, and also has deepened my commitment to drive a positive impact.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with the Directors Institute, Mr. Pasya. And it's wonderful to hear how the Institute has positively influenced your career and contributed to your growth as a leader.
Yeah.
So your insightful response have truly enriched our discussion today. And thank you for taking the time to share your experiences and wisdom with us. We at Directors Institute are excited to see your journey continues to inspire others in the banking and finance sector.
So, Sunny, thanks. And as you're wrapping up, I would again like to thank you and the Directors Institute to give me this opportunity to share my journey and my perspective. And while I'm reflecting on my own career in banking, I'm reminded how fulfilling it is to be a part of this industry, which touches so many lives and which brings so impactful change in the organization where I've served. So my commitment remains focused on delivering value to customers and to the banks. and to foster a culture of integrity, ethics, and collaboration. And I truly intend to leave legacy and support for next generation of leaders. So thank you again for the discussion, and I look forward to any other opportunity where I can bring my experience and value to a new challenge is welcome. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much. And to all the viewers watching, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you found Tapasya's story as inspiring as we did. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will bring you more powerful insights and stories from extraordinary leaders. Remember, every step you take in your journey matters. Keep making an impact and embracing the opportunities that come your way. Thank you so much and have a nice time.